Hello, friends, and happy Easter Monday to you. I hope you found your day yesterday, that there were blessings in it, things that you can be thankful for, things that moved you. It was just a good day. Of course, there's lots of pictures on Facebook of people, having their little dinners for two or whoever's just in their household right now. That was all kind of cool and everything. And so I hope you had something wonderful like that. Yesterday, I was searching around, going through different YouTube channels and people that I follow, looking for Easter messages. And I came across Reverend Michael Gott, one of my favorite spiritual teachers, who is the senior pastor at Unity of Houston. He's a great teacher. He's a great singer, musician, and I've really gotten a lot from him over the years. And in his Easter sermon yesterday, he brought up this concept, and it just kind of went right over it. He said, da-da-da, and then a quick little story, yada-da, and it was right. I was like, whoa, this is cool. Can we come back to this? And that stuck with me, and it stuck with me overnight, and I want to bring it up now. He asked, when we look at the resurrection of Jesus, regardless of how you believe, let's just say this is a story that you can find yourself in somewhere. Just take it for the story value. When you look at this story, when you think of resurrection, are you thinking of resuscitation or resurrection, coming back anew? Resuscitation or resurrection? I'm going, Because he said, like in this one of the stories of Jesus' rising is when Mary Magdalene goes to the tomb. Jesus is wandering around in the garden, and she doesn't recognize him. There's an angel sitting there who talks to her, but Jesus is standing over there, and she's like, "Who's that?" And there are other stories of the disciples not recognizing Jesus as he makes his way around after the resurrection. And my favorite story is the Emmaus story, where the two disciples are on their way back home to Emmaus. They're walking along the road. This man joins them, asks them what's up, and they said, well, you heard about all that's happened the last few days. He goes, well, no, tell me more. And they recount the story of everything that happened. And this man's going, okay. And then it comes time to stop and eat, and they ask him to stay with them. And in the breaking of the bread, they go, oh, this is Jesus, how cool. And then he disappears. So the thing Michael Gott was saying, and I've kind of heard this stuff in the past, was like, oh, I get it now, was when Jesus returns, he returned in a different form than he had been before. And so that's where the question, resuscitation or resurrection, comes in. Because I think when most of us think of resurrection, we just think that our loved one, if our loved one was to come back to life or be resurrected, they would come back and it would be just like it was before they died. And this obviously is not the case in the Jesus story. He has changed form somehow, but yet they're still able to recognize him. And I talked last week, Thursday and Friday, about the fact that I don't believe that we're coming out of this thing that we're in right now the same. There will be before it, we're going through it right now, and then there's going to be after it. And all of these stages are going to be different. And so the question that I asked last week was, how are you coming out of this? Are you looking to just resuscitate the old, or are you looking to come back anew? I'm intending to come back anew. This thing has shocked me so bad and just opened my eyes to just so much that I don't want anything to do with the old anymore. Last week I posted a thing about high school reunions and the fact that I really don't have that much time left on the earth anymore. Yeah, darn near 60. The clock is ticking now. Closer to the end than it was the beginning. Those of you in this age group, you know what I'm talking about. And so when I come through this, I want to be in a different place. And I'm going to, just let me say this, I know that I'm very fortunate right now that I have jobs that are continuing to pay me. And I know there's a lot of people who have been furloughed, laid off. The checks and everything has just disappeared. And I really feel for you. And the reason I'm bringing that up is I saw something today that was saying, you know, for people who've lost everything right now or who've lost jobs and income, it's kind of privilege on our part to say, you know, how we're growing or whatever. But I think we're all given the invitation right now, whatever our status in this is to take a look as, okay, here we are, things aren't going to be the same. Are we hoping just to resuscitate, or are we hoping to come back better? More growth. I know I have friends who were starting businesses right as this happened. I know friends who were looking for new jobs just as this was happening. How are those going to work now? Are they going to go back to looking for the same things they had been looking for? The business going to change a little bit? I have a lot of friends in jobs they can't stand, and they're still doing them. And the question is, do you stay in a resuscitated state, or do you find some way to grow and get better, or be better, or do better, or have better? A lot in that. There's just a lot in that. That's what's on my mind today. It's what's on my heart. When he said yesterday, are we looking at it as a resuscitation or resurrection? That just like, whoa, you know, he kind of hits you upside the head and that. So I invite you to sit with that question or think about it. Things obviously changed form after the death of Jesus. The way our world is organized changed. We started with a new numbering system for our years after that. So there's always room for us, or there's a place for us to look at those questions as well. And with that, I wish you all a very wonderful week. Peace, friends.